Debbie, the researcher.
And I'm Judy, the athlete, and we're here to help you better your best. Just recently had a junior camp. Pretty interesting. Just
fun.
Observing. We haven't had anything for a year because of COVID, so it's kind of the first time out for some of these kids. And in the end, we ended up pulling the young girls away and just sharing our observations that they were so passive, so timid, so almost reluctant to go after something or to push themselves or to get assertive in any way in the camp, right?
Yeah, a lot of the nice athletes can fall into that same category. And of course we want them to be nice, but it's not always going to get them what they want.
Sure.
So I hear what you're saying. And then, the athletes that I've dealt with as well, there's the other end of the spectrum. I mean, they're angry, they're aggressive, they're very upset lots of times, and they don't know what to do with it, and their parents, poor things, they don't know what to do with it either. And so you've got both ends of the spectrum there. And really, I think what we want to do and help them do is get back in balance. Because if they get back in balance, they can perform.
So you're talking about being in charge.
I am. I think if there was one key factor that would make the difference no matter what the situation is, I mean, the aggressive one is out of charge because the situation or the story is running them. And the timid one is out of charge, out of being in charge, because I think they're waiting,
They're waiting.
They're waiting for something to happen, and when it happens, I'll believe it, and that type of thing. But we want them to be in charge. So the key is, how do you be in charge?
I think it's interesting, right? I just had a recent experience totally outside of sport. Just a situation where somebody who can push my buttons. And I struggled with it, right? Because when my buttons get pushed, and I just sort of want to attack and not kind of be in the right moment. And what I finally realized in this is that person that I become in that is not who I want to be. It's not who I think I am, and it's not going to get me anywhere in that relationship, right?
Right.
So very recently when that happened, I was literally able to catch myself and say, it's not who I am, it's not who I'm going to be, it's not going to happen here. And I disengaged. And by not adding any more energy to that situation and taking my energy elsewhere, it changed the dynamic.
Right.
And that's when I realized, at my best in shooting, I would catch myself and say, okay, when I had doubt or when I was afraid, it was like, this isn't who I am, this isn't who I want to be. And it's finding that image of who do I want to be here when I'm shooting an arrow.
Right. Yeah, and I remember with the kids lots of times, if they would kind of lose it or get down in the dumps, I would simply ask, is this who you want to be out here? Because they don't have to be. And once they make that decision that this isn't who they want to be, and they're certainly able to get into the other person. We could tell them a lot of doing things. Well, breathe and count steps, but it's simpler than that. I say, I'm not saying it's easy to do, but it's about getting back and be in charge of yourself. Not control, of course, just be in charge of yourself and be who you want to be, and from there you can perform.
Yeah, find the image that works for you.